Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very early recapitulation of the shipping markets, its indexes, and of course geopolitics affecting the markets and everything in our lives. This is John FARACLAS from Allaboutshipping in Athens. Athens is, as you know, the focal point not just for Greece, for Europe, but for the world these last 6 years. Very important issues are being discussed about the Greek problem, 6699, which is a European problem more than a Greek one. Now, the BDI, the Baltic Dry Index, closed up 21 points at 874, which is up 69 points since last week's closing at 805. Good news. The BCI was up 39 points at 1,381, another 159 plus points since last week's 1,249 points. I will stop at this point to say yes, there is a volatility, but as you will hear, the next indexes too are on the plus and overall plus, and it's a very good sign despite the summer period. The Panamaxes and the respective BPI index was up 36 points, breaking the threshold for the first time after a long time of 1,000 points. They stand now at 1,052 points. This is 144 points since last week's 908. Hooray, hooray, hooray. That's our favorite size, the size we recommend. The BSI up 8 points at 767, up 53 since last week's 714. And finally, the last of the dry indexes, the BHSI was up 7 points at 394, up 23 points since 361 closing of last week. Not a bad dry market. Now, the wets, mixed feelings here. Be prepared to hear the ups and downs. The dirties and the respective BDTI index was minus 13 points at 857, which is an overall now 79 points since last week's 936. As you recall, it was above the 1,000 points a few weeks ago, but you know, things can change. The cleans, on the other hand, were up just 3 points at 837 and up 28 points since the closing of last week being at 809. Now, price of oil close to $53. Not very nice yet, although for the masses this is a great price. Cheaper energy for all, if I may say so. Of course, you got the intrusion of the alternative source of energy, of natural gas, you name it. Now, geopolitics. As we said, the focal point is Greece, and of course all eyes are watching Greece, Athens, and of course the forthcoming events that will take place over the weekend in Europe. Be prepared for everything. It is going to be a very messy situation. A very messy situation is also approaching, and be on guard. We have warned you. One should properly interpret referenda and also properly interpret the outcome of the referenda. Okay? And we repeat, it is not just a Greek issue. The debt, it's a European issue above everything else. Ukraine seems to be an all-out war with Russia. The rebels are not backing off. And of course, as I've said, few people know politics in the region there. So expect more trouble. The migrant drama, what a shame for our society, continues. This is despicable. Okay? Moreover, the Islamic State continues its destructive policy, despite, of course, which we are very pleased to hear, some American successes in the region. The summer holidays are approaching, and as you have possibly you're aware, in Athens over the last 24 hours we had two very interesting events. The one of them being the penetration of natural gas in Greece as a force of stability and development in the Southeast Europe. A very great event at the Athens Grand Bretagne Hotel at Constitution Square, We will come back to this. It was a great event and we made our presence felt vis-à-vis asking the respective Minister of Energy about the ports, terminals, energy and the peace in the region, as well as the speaker from the Russian side vis-à-vis their intentions in the region, and we have to stick to the point. We didn't receive clear replies vis-à-vis the peace issue and Turkey's intrusion in the region. The pipelines, whether oil or gas, they pass through both countries. It's about time the masks come down, the border, like the Venetians would say. Another event, a great event, which has also to do with our touristic side of this and interest in the region, particularly Greece, was the fantastic, I must say, conference also yesterday at the Athens Astir Palace Vouliagmeni by the Economist, and has listened Rivers on resurrecting the Greek economy. Great expectations. Again, once again, we make our presence felt vis-à-vis the ignorance of the German speaker, if I may say so, Mr. Bofinger. I think he was totally unaware about the contribution of Greece's ship owners in the well-being of the Greek nation. So we will, as per his request, send him the findings also, as well as the issues and what is the law prevailing, the tonnage tax, because he was totally unaware. And these are very grave mistakes from people who try to say a word, because the Greek ship owners compete with the German owners. So all things being equal, don't bring on the ring issues that from the beginning you don't know what they're all about. But we will reply to you, Mr. Bofinger, with all the appropriate evidence and your understanding. You never ever make a mistake of ignorance on these issues. The Ministers of Tourism, Mrs. Kundura, gave also a great speech about improving tourism in Greece from 185 days or so to 200 plus. And of course, visit Greece. Visit Trikala, Central Greece, great place. This is where the team is heading today. And also visit the Greek islands, Ikaria, the island of the winds. For those whose intention is, sailing or whatever, go there and have a look. On the other hand, you can visit in the South Hemisphere, an amazing time for this, Tasmania, southeast of Australia, a lovely place to go. And there you can see what you see plying in the Greek waters, especially these catamarans. This is John FARACLAS from allaboutshipping.co.uk in Athens, approaching also a very turbulent weekend. Over and out.